Bring it on, we are ready. The fabulous Emirates Stadium is our venue this afternoon. It's Arsenal against Manchester United. Commentators Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. Good afternoon, everyone. Arsenal, as you would expect, have the Premiership team out today, with most of their Carling Cup crew kept for White Hart Lane on Wednesday. Gilberto's suspension is untimely for the Gunners, though, rather like Makelele's yesterday for Chelsea. Mathieu Flamini takes over that vital role of covering for the other midfielders who have such license to attack. Emmanuel Eboué has recovered from an ankle injury and replaces Justin Hoyte at right back. And Emmanuel Adebayor, the match winner at Old Trafford for Arsenal in September, takes over from Robin van Persie. Well, compared to Chelsea, for instance, Manchester United have been pretty injury-free and seem to have greater depth in their squad. Who to leave out is the problem for Sir Alec at the moment. Today it's Park Ji-sung to accommodate the return of Ryan Giggs. Henrik Larsson again keeps out Louis Saha, and the likes of Silvestre, O'Shea and Solskjaer don't even make the bench.
Well, all thoughts of Arsenal playing five in midfield extinguished when we saw the team sheet with Adebayor in it. They can only, I feel, play that system. 4-4-2, Adebayor and Henry, good mates. As Jamie says, off the pitch, they want to put that together on it. Key area, Cliché right at left back. Just how will he cope with a man in tremendous form, that being Cristiano Ronaldo? We wait and see how that pans out. Flamini will do a decent job in there instead of Gilberto, but that's a miss. Well, for Alex Ferguson, Martin, you're right, all you wondered was what they were going to play. We have them as a 4-4-2. My only concern was that Sir Alec does this, and he says to Giggsy, go and play there, and Wayne, you go and play there. Now, he might. I hope not, because it might affect what kind of game we're going to get, but that is a distinct possibility.
Well, what happened at Anfield yesterday was always going to give this game its context. United really have nothing to lose. Their worst-case scenario is that the 6-point lead at the start of the weekend is still intact, with the finishing line one weekend nearer. The dream, of course, is the 9-point lead that victory here will bring. Third beat second yesterday, fourth now takes on first. It is Manchester United's first excursion to the Emirates, and it's live.
No more talking, here we go, Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Manchester United kick off. If Arsenal maybe represent the future, Manchester United certainly are the here and now of this Premiership season so far. A season that Cristiano Ronaldo might not have started. Talk of him leaving in the summer. Now he's rather presiding over the Premiership. The comparisons between him and Henry, just one of many fascinating aspects of the next 90 minutes.
Well, first question might just have been answered, Martin, about what Manchester United system's going to be. Look down in front of me, Wayne Rooney, way wide on the left-hand side. Giggs, there he is, picking the ball up, floating up front. Let's see if that continues.
Here is Giggs. Slightly blustery afternoon, but a fantastic setting. Arsenal getting used to it, and Manchester United experiencing it for the first time. Maybe a gust of wind there deceived Senderos.
A little nervy prod at it, wasn't it? Just lack of Manchester United players in the penalty area.
Arsenal are unbeaten in 15 competitive games in their new arena. Doubt as to whether the club would fill it, including both today's managers, but now Arsene Wenger is saying the Emirates isn't big enough. There's a tremendous noise level at the start, but Highbury really could never match.
Well, we've just got out in front of us, certainly potentially, a feast in front of us. Whether that happens, we don't know, of course. But we've got some wonderful footballers, a lot of them on top of their form at the moment. One on the ball now could put in that category.
And a perfect playing surface. Groundsman Paul Burgess believes it's even better than Highbury. It seemed to be immaculate.
You watch the ball run over it now, and you see little splashes of water because they soak it, don't they, right up until kick-off, because it's extremely firm. Gary McAllister and I were out in just having a little look at it earlier on, and he was remarking on how solid the pitches are these days, even in what, middle of Jan, end of Jan.
And Henrik Larsson playing for Manchester United in an away game for the first time, and for the first time against somebody other than Aston Villa. Gary Neville's header. Ronaldo tried the flick, seemed to have lost his footing, then got impeded and has a free kick now, which will involve Giggs.
First little test for Arsenal. At times this year, they have been suspect from balls, from set plays, played from wide areas. Concentration's just found them wanting a little, and they paid the price at times.
Giggs takes, and they are missing perhaps their best header of the ball in Gilberto. And Senderos certainly didn't head that well. Then the conditions just playing a part, but it's a corner for Manchester United to follow the free kick.
Yeah, really at fault there in the first one. You would expect there not to be too much wind at ground level, but there is. It's a wonderful goal here, and you wonder, it's just whipping over the top of the stands, down onto pitch level. You see the flag there even fluttering in the corner.
Made away by Adebayor at the front post. Scholes, and ping it wide in the general direction of Carrick, but he sees Carrick have the ball now. Larsson, Rooney from the left. Vidic, who didn't play in the 1-0 home defeat, that got in the team the following week. Wes Brown was, I think, made the scapegoat for that late Adebayor winning goal. Arsenal looking, of course, for a Premiership double. One of the great rivals here. And Manchester United looking to put down a marker as the first team to come and visit the Emirates and go away with 3 points. Evra off the chest of Scholes. Ferdinand dropping that perfectly for Giggs off the chest of Larsson. Giggs keeps going. It's nicely put together this by Manchester United. They have begun the better of the two sides. Rooney. Gary Neville setting off. He's been in the buccaneering mood this season. Giggs with a step over, and maybe now the shot.
Oh, that's super football. Manchester United trying to do to Arsenal here at the Emirates what Arsenal did to Manchester United at Old Trafford, dominating with possession. But this is lovely football, little step overs, joint up play again. It's lovely. Just didn't quite get it out his feet, but you can see what he's trying to do. Doesn't really trouble Lehmann. But a pretty good opening 5 minutes for Manchester United.
Rooney. They're having to chase back with him, he doesn't stop it. And it's Ronaldo who has been hitting the target so regularly recently. 7 goals in his last 5 Premiership matches.
Well, they're just not restricted, are they, Alex Ferguson's players? He just lets them go and get involved in the play. Look at this Ronaldo, right plumb centre of the field in open play. Allowed to come in and do that and get involved.
But how they have been reinvigorated by their veteran manager, who is building yet another team that looks capable of going to the top of the league tree at the end of the season. It's nice to be there in January, but you get nothing for it.
Little example there, Lehmann's kicks, 2 of them now haven't reached halfway line, so it does indicate there's quite a gust at ground level. Look at that for an open possession here at the Emirates.
Carrick. All being played in the left-hand half of the pitch as we look. Arsenal struggling to get out. Here's Clichy. Adebayor. He and Henry starting together for the first time for 3 months. And only for the 4th time this season. cope well when Henry was out of contention, but Henry has scored in each of the 3 games that he has returned to after his layoff at the back end of last year. And at the moment, Arsenal struggling to get the ball up anywhere near their skipper.
No, he's not the kick as of yet, hasn't touched the football. 7 and 8 minutes in. Adebayor's first little touch there moments ago when he joined up. But it's a settling in period. Yes, United have started well. It's not going to worry Arsenal too much at the moment.
Arsenal haven't beaten Manchester United in a home Premiership game since 2001. It's the day of the Barthez bloomers and blunders.
Yes.
Aboué. Going right through, making sure he got the ball, but also letting know Adebayor that he's around every time the ball goes up to the Arsenal front man. He might just have that in his mind now. Vidic goes again. Clegg. Now Rosicky. And Neville stops Henry getting into the game from the left-hand side. Fabregas, who's missed a lot of training this week after that rather wild tackle on him late at Blackburn by Tugay. Adebayor expected the whistle to go in Arsenal's favour then, but it didn't. Steve Bennett's the man who's got it, by the way. He's a replacement referee. Going to blow this time.
Well, I did too. I thought Adebayor was thrilled, but didn't get it.
Steve Bennett was the referee who sent Arsene Wenger to the stands relatively recently, that match here against Portsmouth. Vidic. Manchester United with the wind at their backs. And setting sail, they hope, towards a 9-point lead. That would be absolutely tremendous at this stage of the season. Be another psychological blow to Chelsea if it does happen. Arsene Wenger's too happy with 1 or 2 decisions that haven't been made, but also perhaps for the way his team haven't quite got into the groove yet.
I think that's more the reason.
And here is Henry, and with him anything is possible. And he's got into the penalty area. And he's still in charge, and here's Fabregas. Henry again, linking with Adebayor in a very tight situation. Adebayor tries the acceleration down the outside, and that's got the home side some backing vocally.
Well, they found their voices at last, because the team have given them something to shout about. But you can see Gary Neville defending against Henry there. He was so intent in keeping him as long as he could on his left side, not allowing him to turn the ball infield onto his right and pull the trigger. And did a pretty good job of it. And he was given a corner. Wasn't so sure it was.
Toure by the near post. And it was just too high for Adebayor. Well met in the end by Rio Ferdinand. And Adebayor. Aboué. There were some cautionary words from Sir Alex Ferguson, but you just, about the nature of the game, but you just sense, Andy, that there's some magic in the air here.
Yeah. And saying that, though, it was a poor ball from Wayne Rooney. That's another one. A couple of sloppy passes. Wayne Rooney just playing it across the face of, what, 25-30 yards from his goal. Dangerous play. Got caught out.
He usually does well against Arsenal.
Well, he needs to, I think,
at Everton and with Manchester United.
He needs to, for his own sense of well-being, if you like. You know, he's started, this is his 20th start in the Premiership, and yet he's only scored in 4 Premiership matches. It's extraordinary.
I think he works so tirelessly for the team that he's never too bothered about that. He doesn't seem to have some of the ego that maybe is about the Premiership. Neville. Ronaldo couldn't get away that time, and Clichy, who had a lot of trouble with Cristiano Ronaldo in that FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park, coming on for 3 years ago. Henry gives Edwin van der Sar some work to do.
No, it's been a year of magnificent strikes, but that would have been the angle, the distance.
This is Rosicky. And he's worked it to Adebayor, on to Hleb. Trying to find Fabregas. And a mistake by Hleb. And it's good play by Larson. Got himself in front of Toure, knowing that he was going to get pushed over and Manchester United can get out.
Well, he's booking him, but he's not booking him for the tackle. Make no mistake about this. What he's booking him for is Wayne Rooney runs to try and get the ball, and he's only nicked it off the pitch. I do think this referee at times is a little over fussy. Early on in the match, no need for it.
Now there's a bit of a coming together here. Lehmann didn't like what he saw. Rooney is the centre figure of it. I think he realises he might have something to shake hands over.
Well, there was a coming together of both of them going after the ball. They both come up holding their face here. Have a good look at it. Bowie goes in, pushes the arm in his face. I mean, I just think if a Bowie's going to get down for this, unless something happens with it, I have to say, that is absolutely ridiculous. He should be ashamed of himself. Down on the ground, cringing because of that mere touch. Now we'll go back now, and it's still a free kick for Manchester United, I guess, just in their own half.
Yeah, earned by Henrik Larsson. The referee wasn't ready for it. Rooney seems happy with the way Steve Bennett saw it. But of course, as referee Bennett knows only too well, he was in charge in that very spiky affair at Old Trafford back in 2003 when Patrick Vieira was sent off. And all sorts of players ended up getting fined.
Yeah. Well, there's no love lost, is there? I think they've been up until 2 years ago. They've made this pretty much their own. The challenge for this league.
Rooney. Fabregas. Collected by Henry. Lamine. Well, I talked about magic in the air. There might be a bit of malevolence in the air as well. And every bit of contact at the moment is provoking that sort of reaction you're hearing now from the crowd.
Well, actually, absolutely no contact, but referees will say it's intent. He's not made any contact with Flamini. Tried to nick the ball in front of him. And missed it.
Senderos and Toure have gone forward. Backs trying to unsettle Manchester United. Here's Rosicky. Flamini. Now Rosicky. Adebayor. Flamini.
Unlucky Clichy made a good little run there, trying to find him. That's one area where Arsenal certainly might try and exploit. And Cristiano Ronaldo, talent that he is, he often allows his fullback just to disappear, go up in the attack and not track him back.
Rooney. Carrick can go square to Scholes. Carrick again. Plenty forward for Manchester United here, including Patrice Evra. That's a poor ball.
Why on earth he's not taking the touch in that and driving into the penalty area, I just do not know. Get yourself in there and then you've got a real chance. Poor choice of decision that.
Giggs complaining that he seemed to have dealt with Adebayor unfairly.
Well, when you get yourself, you know what Adebayor's doing. He's put his body there. It's good play. Just saying, go on, if you want to try and come through me, we're going to get a free kick.
Vidic. Ronaldo. Now Carrick. Ronaldo and Giggs. Aston Villa in the middle. There's a flag. A quick free kick against Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's quick, cliche. That's the one thing he has in his locker.
A yellow card out here for Giggs, who's committed another infringement.
Well, goes to ground. Coming from slightly behind, I guess.
Well, talked about the talent on the field, but of course they're all told by the respective managers that they've got to do their work, do the closing down, get the tackling in, and Ryan Giggs has always responded to those instructions.
I'd love to know why they do that, Manchester United. I mean, play Rooney left and Giggs centrally. I mean, there must be a very, very valid footballing reason for doing it. And certainly I'm not one for arguing with a man who's won as much as Sir Alex Ferguson in doing it, but it just seems that you've got a guy in Giggs who knows the left side of the football field and what's required to play it. I would guess better than anybody in this league. And Wayne Rooney, who looks anything but at home out there.
It's hardly a surprise tactic either, Andy, is it?
No.
I mean, you spotted it up without any knowledge from the dressing room beforehand. Weren't surprised to see Rooney slot over left at the kickoff.
Well, it's an away thing, isn't it? Particularly in Europe, that they've done an awful lot. Almost every game in Europe, they go away from home, they do this.
And there he is, and showing that he deceived Aboué with a shrug of the shoulders. Just took out Touré, but Senderos realised quickly that he was needed.
You know, I think when you look, we always talk about first goals, don't we? And yes, they are important in a match, but I think when you deal with the top four, you see how important the first goal is. I think that since Benitez and Mourinho arrived here, and we've kept a close data of all the games that those four have played against each other. 31 games, this is the 32nd, and only twice has a team who scored first lost a match. Massive importance in a game like this for getting the first goal.
When Arsenal score first here, if you look at their Emirates stats, they go on to win and they don't concede. When they concede first, they don't win and usually draw. In fact, have always drawn some Premiership matches. Against Clichy.
The fans on the far side thinking that went out for a throw. Linesman was having none of it.
A rather testy opening 20 minutes. A bit deeper from Giggs this time, and then a straight jump between Senderos and Vidic. Vidic won it, but Senderos was close enough to him to stop the defender putting his header on target.
I think he just missed times just a little. Just got underneath it because no one had picked him up edge of the box. They were half zonal, half man marking Arsenal, but it's just wandered in. Just got a little underneath it.
Fabregas, Adebayor. Now Klep. Back by Flamini. Will certainly try and deputise for Gilberto with real gusto. By Touré. Both teams playing the stress of the occasion, interfering with the range of the passing, but that's better from Fabregas. Adebayor comes out to Rosicky.
Tough one.
Long half volley.
Tough one to hit that. You know, it's a little easier if he was stood, but he had to come and meet this. But Paul Scholes guilty of just being a little elaborate in an area where he was put under pressure quickly. But you see, he's on the move. He's coming to meet it, and it was really difficult when he didn't get it right on the half volley. As soon as it starts to come up, and it becomes really difficult to control.
It's a mistake by Aboué. The win is not finished yet. Larsson, of course, came on in the Champions League final long after Jens Lehmann had been sent off. Arsene Wenger has been regretting that there's been none of the usual lively debate in the build-up to this clash, but there's certainly been one or two references to the past, I think, once the players have got out on the pitch. Fabregas. Named in the UEFA Team of the Year this week, another compliment for him. Adebayor, Fabregas has kept running. Got to check now, he might be offside. He's not. From Flamini's pass. He's trying to stop the cross, but he doesn't. Locating for Henry to do.
Look who was dealing with that cross, Martin. He looked right plumb front of goal, 6 yards out, and you've got Carrick dealing with the cross.
Back heel by Henry to free Rosicky, headed out by Ferdinand. Fabregas, after Kleb declined the crowd's encouragement to have a shot. Flamini, Kleb. Still a little bit of a lunge. Carrick says he got the ball.
Well, lip reading might went something like hit him before you got the ball. But this is much better than Arsenal. We saw that huge start in the first 6 or 7 minutes. Possession evened itself out.
He takes it. Work in the air by the player who conceded the free kick, Carrick. Neville picked a pass shrewdly to Giggs. Looking for Larsson through the middle. The long ball was simple for Senderos. Maybe 4th and 1st, but these two clubs are the only two in the Premiership to have racked up more than 1,000 points. Over the years they represent the power.
Not bad, is it?
And he chose to keep it in. Edwards' efforts incur the wrath of Arsenal again. There is a feeling, Andy, in the Arsenal camp, and Arsene Wenger's been producing statistics to try and back this up, that Arsenal get more yellow cards in a ratio than the opposition do. But Steve Bennett has now shown 2 to Manchester United players.
Well, that might be the case. It might be they're not as good as tackling as other teams, though. You know, you look at their midfield and you look at Kleb, Rosicky, Fabregas. You know, they're good footballers, like to get on the ball. I'm not so sure tackling's a major priority with them, so maybe they just miss times a lot. It's a bit like Paul Scholes, I think.
Yeah, and the other, I'm only passing on what is being said here at the Emirates, but they obviously feel that some of their players get rather more rudely treated without yellow cards than others.
No, it's possible.
I wouldn't say it was an impartial view from Arsene Wenger.
Of course not.
Ferdinand saw that coming. So too did Senderos. Both sides a bit frightened to give the other room in midfield. You can understand that. Rosicky. Clichy, though, able to put him across unattended. It's produced an Arsenal corner. Pass going out to suggest a short one might be on. It's 2-on-1 against Ronaldo if they think about taking it that way. He doesn't. Pulled away by Van der Sar from the brow of Senderos, and Rooney just whacks it away.
Oh, I thought he was in there, Philippe Senderos.
Crowd enjoying Arsenal trying to win the ball in Manchester United territory. But Eboué,
Clever from Wayne Rooney there. He just had a little look at where Eboué was just about to arrive, put his body in the way. Knew the challenge was coming. I'll take the free kick.
Evra. And now they're coming to the left to try and get into the game. What a season he's having. Evra learning from the Ronaldo trick book, but Cristiano Ronaldo admiring and watching from an offside position.
Different class one. Nutmegs. No, that is a nutmegs.
Larson. Rooney has gone to the right.
Oh, just swapped him for a minute.
Fabregas. A bit of confusion there. Falls for Henry.
I think that was a shot.
A steered effort.
Yeah. It almost found its way through to Adebayor.
Giggs. Ronaldo. Rooney joining Larson in the middle. Giggs won't quite get there.
Well, he gave Eboué a chance, Cristiano Ronaldo. Giggs was a little too far away when he played the ball into the space.
Has gone into the back of Adebayor a few times. Penalised that time. Here's Henry. And now Rosicky. He's going to back this up for Arsenal. It's Fabregas. And Van der Sar was already committing himself to the save when Vidic got in the line of the shot.
Well, if that had gone in, Martin, I guarantee you Manchester United would have been furious. The free kick must have been taken 15 yards away from where the offence was.
Minimum.
And it arrived here. Certainly it was going to work, the goalkeeper. Struck it well enough, says Fabregas.
His next job is to take the corner. This is Flamini. Kleb, one of the players between him and the goal. But not many of them would have been required. Not the most instinctive goal scorer, but he certainly plays his part in this at times mesmerising Arsenal mix. They haven't really mesmerised Manchester United yet in the first third of the game. Coming up, of course, Carling Cup week semi-final second leg, Chelsea against Wycombe Tuesday. And on the same channels, the first leg between Spurs and Arsenal. Not perhaps this Arsenal team.
Yeah.
But it'll be a very good one nonetheless. Senderos. Here's Evra. Ronaldo. Held up by Eboué. Scholes supporting, and Carrick. Evra again. It's a sort of ball he played in unsuccessfully a couple of minutes ago.
Well, we don't get accurate enough when you hit it like that. Doesn't look very nice.
Rosicky got ahead of Henry. Roles reversed with Henry turning on the burners. There's Senderos's head again. Only had time, but wasn't told. Toure. See the extra edge. Means the players aren't quite so relaxed on the ball, but huge determination. Adebayor over Ferdinand Henry.
What a ball, what a ball. An absolute peach from Adebayor. Because you look at Ferdinand's possession, it's a half-decent one. He knows where he is, Henry, but he just stands it right over him. Like the only disappointment, I don't think you go near post here. He looks for power, so he lacks the control. He's surely got to go back towards where it came from.
Here's Hleb. That's typical of what I was saying, Andy, about players in a bit of a rush when they're normally so calm. That's what this fixture does to even the great.
Yeah. I just wonder if he even thought of just, you know, bringing it down in his chest, taking it away from goal a yard or so and striking it. Did he have the time to do that? Probably thought not.
Cleared by Clichy. Back by Ferdinand. Fabregas. What we have here, two managers who are proven winners, and we know so well are dreadful losers.
Well, that's part of the reason they've had so much success, of course.
Absolutely. It's 0-0. As it was over 90 minutes the last time Manchester United visited Arsenal. But here's Rooney trying to change this one. It's Wayne Rooney.
It's a goal kick, because he's hit Larsson with it, but it was a really scuffed shot from Wayne Rooney.
And rather typical of the way it's been going for him for a few weeks now.
Yeah, it sums it up. The mistake from Senderos really lets him in. He's got good options. He's got good support. 3 Manchester United players in support of Wayne Rooney. Didn't really make the most of that, young man.
It's not great news for Manchester United's rivals that Rooney's best form may still be to come.
I think that's fair.
Larsson. Here's Ronaldo. A couple of thoughts about the shot. Bounce back, chance of handball from the Arsenal contingent. And Senderos stepped across, covering neatly. Hleb. Henry. Adebayor. Working the right-hand side again, as he did when he set up Henry's headed chance. Still Henry. Rosicky.
Well, his captain's looking at him as if he's saying, couldn't you have fed me back in? Keep your eye on Henry. And could he have been fed back in? He just takes a little position. Well, he might have been. You see him wanting it, you see him asking for it.
Manchester United have travelled pretty triumphantly in this Premiership season. They did lose in London, of course, at West Ham. And Alex Ferguson's side was held at Reading and more recently at Newcastle. Every other away game has been won.
Big ones to come, though. After this, still got to go at Stamford Bridge, Anfield, White Hart Lane.
Here's Henry. Oh!
Now, let me tell you something. I think Gary Neville sticks a leg out here. I think Gary Neville sticks a leg out here. I'm telling you now, keep your eye on this, folks. You watch the left leg, there it goes. Now, that to me is easily a penalty. You stick your leg out like that, you make contact with him. He might have made the most of it, but players do. Lucky boy, lucky boy.
Adebayor.
As Arsenal will tell you only too well, there doesn't need to be a lot of contact. Am I talking Sol Campbell, Wayne Rooney, Old Trafford?
Yeah. Mike Riley was the referee, who was the original choice for this game. But, isn't well. Toure. Eboué. Neville heads out and heads out well to Giggs. Because it was being grabbed by Flamini, so chooses the referee.
Well, he gets away with that one, Flamini. Giggs is breaking, gets pulled back. That's normally a yellow card, isn't it?
It normally is. Ronaldo. Scholes. Next on by Giggs cleverly. This is Rooney. Back for Giggs. Really forced it across as the challenge came in. Ross dealt with it. Carrick. And the goalkeeper's come. And not conquered. Been left high and dry then, Jens Lehmann.
Poor decision from the goalkeeper. Kolo Toure saved him. Some huge embarrassment.
Murray trying to pick it up after Fabregas had gone into the thick of the challenge.
Well, I think it's just beginning to warm this game.
Giggs. Carrick. Lovely work by Giggs. On the same wavelength was Rooney. And it's Larsson waiting behind Toure.
A foot higher, Rooney when he's there, Larsson. And he can hit the ball.
Kleb. Adebayor. In closer proximity than you might have expected on this side of the pitch. Ferdinand backs off. Adebayor. Back for Flamini.
Big ask. Big ask. He does have some goals this season, Flamini, of course. And I'm not sure what the United's manager's question is, but this was the referee's view of the incident. You see him there, right at the screen. Has he got a pretty good view of this as Gary Neville comes across? Maybe as Adebayor gets across his vision there. But that leg comes out, you see it there. I think he's a lucky man, Gary Neville, I do.
Scholes, there's a gap. Scholes has found it. It's Giggs who thought the best way to beat Lehmann was over the top of him.
I thought it was offside. Players are so quick in this match, got some unbelievably pacey players.
Quick brains as well.
Yeah.
Kleb. Henry. Eboue had covered a lot of ground.
Do you know that ball, if it's played another 5 yards of weight on it, Eboue's in. But that's what I mean about Cristiano Ronaldo. He just let Eboue go there. And that was pretty good defending in the end from Evra.
Throw was taken into the feet of Adebayor, who's marshalled at the cost of a corner. It is a fascinating football match. With pretty much all the elements in it, except the opening goal. As yet. Flamini. Wanted it to feet. Close to his fellow countryman.
Well, I thought it was a confident start for United, nervy start from Arsenal, I felt, and that reflected in that amazing possession stat we saw. But they've worked their way back into it. Arsenal, we wouldn't be surprised at that. They do love to keep possession of the football.
Kleb. Henry. Rosicky, another blue shirted players around.
No, there's just no way through there. There must have been 4 or 5 blue shirts. Well, as often happens in games like this, when the big boys going against each other, first halves can be like this, tight, not a lot in it. So don't be surprised at that.
Arsenal have been working on more of a game plan to respect the opposition, and perhaps they might do for some of their fixtures, shall we say, when they want to impose their game on the opposition. I know that's not going to be easy here. Giggs. The younger legs run out. They belong to Gael Clichy. Rosetsky. Now Klopp. Scholes has dropped in to help defend Carrick as well. Making it harder for Arsenal to put their at times brilliant passing game together. Fabregas. Here's Hleb. Nothing wide on the left. It's another free kick, and it's against Wayne Rooney. And just a minute or so to go to half-time.
Now they're on about the Giggs one. Well, the other end of the pitch, Giggs just coming in inquiring as to why not. Why wasn't it given?
Henry, who has been known to inquire of a referee or two. Can I take it quickly? But not going to be allowed to do that this time.
Well, he's going to hit it, but if I was Arsenal, I'd get one or two players edge of the box following this in. Because if he watches the goalkeeper, might just spill it. The opportunity for a tap-in might be there.
It's Henry, the wall does its job. It's back with Henry again, and it really fizzed through. And Edwin van der Sar got plenty behind it.
Well, you'd expect him to save that. It's struck well enough, he gets a good look at it. It's not too far away from him.
Sandros up above Larsson. Ronaldo. And surely he tackled into Ronaldo then. Is that a corner?
He's given a corner.
Yeah.
Thought it might have come off Ronaldo.
Me too.
Only one added minute. There's very few stoppages in the game.
It could be a critical added minute if Ferdinand maybe can get ahead to this.
Now concentration for Arsenal here.
Giggs. Behind him is Henry. It's not the danger dealt with yet, but Lehmann goes with a fist. And it drops to Rooney, who fires it back.
What a save. What a save. Well, if it was a weak punch and not quite commanding goalkeeping, that more than made up for it. I mean, look, Jermaine Pennant, only the opposite corner, because this is what happens. Takes a touch, decides to hit it, and what a hit it was. That's dipping in. But Lehmann just gets those big fingers to it. And that's enough. Top of the bar and over.
Well, Manchester United finishing the first half the way they started it. And Larsson. Back with Giggs again. Lehmann again.
Well, I talked about concentration. You don't give Henrik Larsson a free header. Terrible marking. Just walks out and heads it. He's one of the best headers. I mean, it probably would have been saved, but the goalkeeper still does his job. Well, I said concentration, didn't I? And Arsenal almost paid for being a bit sloppy right at the end of this half.
At half-time, it's 0-0.
Fantastic. No goals yet, but plenty to talk about when we come back. Jamie Redknapp and Gary McAllister are here. Well, he thought it was a penalty. So did he. Fabulous stuff. No goals yet, mind, if that's what we're waiting for, but plenty to admire for all that. Chelsea have been beaten inside 10-15 minutes yesterday. Not so Manchester United here. Although Arsenal are hunting them down. Second half, up next. Got Carling Cup football on Tuesday and Wednesday night of this week. Tuesday evening, the semi-final second leg between Chelsea and Wycombe. 1-1, remember, after the first 90 minutes. 7:30, Sky Sports 1. And Wednesday night, we've got the first leg between Spurs and Arsenal. Again, it's a 7:30 start on Sky Sports 1. And both games are available in high definition if you have a Sky HD box. Earlier today, Wigan lost again. That's 7 on the bounce now. 2 goals from Mikel Arteta. were enough for Everton at the JJB Stadium. Gary McAllister and Jamie Redknapp are here. Where do you sense, Jamie, this might be going?
At the moment, I think Sir Alex Ferguson will take the draw. He'd be happy with that result. I think that Arsenal need to force it a little bit. I'd like to see just a little bit more from Hleb and Rosicky, just on the two wide men for Arsenal. Everyone else has been flowing. I think Flamini and Fabregas have done well in midfield, but just sometimes it's been let down by their little bit of just indecision and lack of quality at times, because they have got quality and they should be just doing a little bit better. But I think that Arsenal, if they can really force this game, I think they can win it.
What did Manchester United want to force it a little bit? Have they come here with these subtle changes? Rooney left.
Well, they started very fast, but I just think there's a wee acceptance now that they're sinking back and maybe looking to accept the draw. You know, so therefore, I'm just leaning towards the Arsenal there. I think United are looking at a team just happy with the point.
They would be happy though, Gary, wouldn't they? Do you think?
But also suits them to work from that basis of defending and playing in the break.
Yeah, I think that's what they try to do with the way they've set up United. They know that they can spring out on us because they've got pace. They've got obviously Sahar if they want to bring on Sahar as well, with Larsson coming off. But it's been really good. It's such an interesting, it's an interesting game. It's really boiling up nicely.
Just don't forget the last word at 6:30 this evening. And we'll be looking back on all the weekend's talking points. Right now, the second 45 here at the Emirates. Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. Well, you just feel that gradually Arsenal are getting a feel of some early history here at the Emirates. That 3-0 win over Tottenham has been savoured, a success by the same margin over Liverpool, but beating Manchester United would get a very special mention in this new chapter in the Gunners' history. But they haven't broken through in the first half. They needed their goalkeeper towards the end of that half. Too late on parade here. I'm sure they know they're away from the dressing rooms now. No changes. And no change to the atmosphere here. Over Adebayor. And he goes again and wins it the second time. Henry. This is Hleb. Manchester United backpedaling.
Just behind Henry with the ball.
Clichy cutting out Carrick's attempted ball for Rooney, who's resumed on the right. Clichy. Flamini.
I do think United have said after that opening 5 or 10 minutes to Arsenal, OK then, you need it more than we do. If you want it, come and beat us.
Yes, just as the Liverpool win was good for Manchester United, it was bad for Arsenal, of course, wasn't it? It comes to Fabregas.
Well, at that height, from that range, it's always going to be comfortable for Redden van der Sar unless he spills it.
This is Ronaldo. Terrific tackle. Yeah, Fabregas.
I think it's great in the league that we've got people like that. 19-year-old Fabregas, such a talent. Ronaldo, 21, such a talent. Look like they're going to be in this league for quite some time.
Adebayor. They've got across to match Henry, and it's all a bit more amicable that time.
Yeah, no love lost, I would say, to be fair. The one thing you do know, it was good defending that time.
And one thing you do know, that if you say anything to Gary Neville, you'll get some back. It's still going on. Ferdinand. Being forced into a wayward back pass. That won't please Alex Ferguson.
Well, that was far too casual. Both Ferdinand and Vidic popping it about there, invited pressure on, and Adebayor and Henry didn't disappoint.
United need to be a bit more switched on at the corner itself. Nicely done by Larsson. And Ronaldo, for once, has got a bit of room to run into. Rosicky trying to catch him, and number 7 on the other. It was the great race. And from the corner at one end, thanks to the running power and the ball retention of Cristiano Ronaldo, there's a corner at the other.
I can't tell you how his mates will be saying, well done, son. I'm not so sure how much Rosicky gets on that, just off the knee. But if you can carry the ball those sort of distances and take your team from defending a corner to having a corner within 15-20 seconds, totally invaluable.
And Lehmann complaining that he was being blocked off.
He got the free kick.
Yeah, Steve Bennett saying
Henrik Larsson the one here, but he comes out again and Larsson just backs into him. There you see it.
Most teams do it. Most teams do it to Jens Lehmann because
he reacts.
He might spark a reaction. Yep. That was pretty calm by his standards. That's over calm by Ferdinand, and there's another poor piece of defensive play by Manchester United at the start of this second half. Rosicky. Neville was on him in a flash.
Well, you just get the impression at the beginning of this that Arsenal are just trying to turn up the tempo a little bit in the play.
Just taking his eye off it. Lucky to get the chance to throw the ball again.
I do think Arsene Wenger has some pretty good options sitting on the bench. Robin van Persie, either up front or left side, to change the shape of the game. Baptista fresh from that success at Anfield. Must be buoyant, must be desperate to get his tracksuit off and get on.
Yeah, the beast is waiting.
Yeah.
Senderos. Fabregas. Clever turn by Kleb. Great take by Rosicky. Ferdinand was on his toes that time. Giggs. Trying to swing it in first time. Came back and hit him. And I don't know, Andy, about you, but as I say, he's a great team player and he'll do what the manager wants, but in his heart of hearts, does he not think he could do more in a different position? The debate for later, the last word, maybe.
Yeah, we should probably discuss that. Now that's a certainty, I would think.
The team's top of the league, there isn't too much of a counter-argument, is there really?
Well, to be fair, I can't remember too many league games where Wayne Rooney's stuck himself away out there. Not too many. The odd one.
Lack of communication around Neville. Of Arsenal goals recently in all sorts of competitions, but this was always going to be a much tougher test for the penetrating side of their play. Doué, Fabregas, Kleb, Rosicky, passing rather than shooting seemed to be uppermost in the philosophy then.
I just think when you look at goals, you mentioned goals, you look at Manchester United, I think in the last 5 games they've got 14 league goals, Martin. 12 of them from midfield. That's an extraordinary ratio.
Yes, Ronaldo's got every chance of becoming the highest midfield scorer in the Premiership since its inception.
He's up in Frank Lampard land, isn't he?
Here's Evra. In towards Larsson. Rooney. He's in the right place there. And the player who so often finds his goal touch against Arsenal has done it again.
Well, what do we know about the game? Stick him out wide and he can come in from this wing and get this head, but this is all about Patrice Evra. Watch this run from the fullback, absolutely blistering, and Fabregas doesn't pick it up. There is a little touch on the near post, I think it's from Kolo Touré, but all that does, it's not enough. It just takes it into Rooney's path, and let me tell you something, this is not an easy header. He has time. He has a gap that's decreasing by the minute because Lehmann's coming over to it, but he controls the header beautifully and just drops it in there near post.
And believe it or not, it's Wayne Rooney's first headed goal for Manchester United, and it's come against Arsenal.
What was it you said about Arsenal conceding the first goal here at the Emirates? Where does it finish?
Well, it's usually a draw in the Premiership.
But what a run from the fullback, Evra. What a run.
They've been behind on several occasions, the Gunners, on their new ground. But their unbeaten record is now under threat. And now they're being told to get up and get on with it by the referee and about 50,000 Arsenal voices. The counter-argument comes from Alex Ferguson. Larsson. Here's Scholes. Evra, who's on the attack again. Here's Neville. And he's now gone to the left. Scholes has the ball in the middle. Ronaldo. Rooney. Headed away by Senderos. Adebayor unable to keep the ball for Arsenal when he was a favourite to do so.
What Alex Ferguson was upset about was this. I don't think there's much in this. In fact, there's absolutely nothing in it. He decides, he thinks about holding his face, and then he realises that it wasn't quite that, and he popped up pretty quickly. The referee was absolutely spot on with his decision. He'll play on and let's get on with it. Is that not a foul throw there, is it?
Apparently not.
But it is a foul there.
Yeah, I was just thinking Kolo Touré involved with the Ronaldo challenge because he was booked in the first half, as was Ryan Giggs. And if that had been seen as a foul, whether Touré might have been off. Kleb. 1-0 to Manchester United at the Emirates. Clichy. The deflection on it. Out to Rosicky.
Well, hitting it narrow side, eventually from Rosicky. Would have been difficult to score from here. Always had that covered. The only thing that could have happened is a little touch from Fabregas, but it's a little too far in front of him.
Appearances against Arsenal for Wayne Rooney, 5 goals. That includes 2 goals, of course, for Everton, his famous first Premiership goal. Which ended an Arsenal winning run. Here he is. Neville. Scholes. Evra. Arsenal still look a bit stunned. Scholes. No trouble, Lehmann, he's in a hurry. because Wayne Rooney has made a breakthrough here for Manchester United.
I mean, you just watch it build up. Again, look at the run of Evra, and I just think Fabregas was a little slow in picking that up. But tell you what a good header. What a good header from the young man. Only the 5th Premiership game he scored in this season. What a big goal it might be.
One or two in the Arsenal camp were saying he always scores against us, you know.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't disappointed them. Do you want more bad news for Arsenal? Only once in the last 5 years have United lost a Premiership game after taking a lead.
And that was against Chelsea, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a home game.
Yeah, home game, man. Of all things.
Toure. Clem. Running into trouble. Evra was bought as an attacking left-back. We've seen that side of him in setting up the goal. Manchester United have improved his defending considerably. So much so, there's a suggestion that Gary Ense might be surplus to requirements, but he is on the bench today.
And talk about the young left-back at Southampton, of course, arriving, isn't it?
Gareth Bale.
Pressure, keep people on their toes. That's what the Manchester United manager has done for the 20-odd years.
I know you like these statistics, Andy, and Ferguson will be pleased with this one. Manchester United haven't lost a game in which they've scored in any competition for virtually a year. All 5 defeats this season have been 1-0, of course. They lost 3-0 at Stamford Bridge when Chelsea clinched the title back end of last season. It was a 4-3 at Blackburn, February the 1st, 2006. Which is more indication that when they do get a grip on the game, it's hard to prise it away from them.
Well, it's getting very close, and we're in the hour mark now, and Arsene Wenger's team are 1 down. And you do feel changes have to be coming very soon for Arsenal, unless they can get back in this immediately. As I said, they've got some pretty decent options, particularly Van Persie, I feel.
Fabregas, Clem, puts up on the outside. Manchester United keep their shape. They've been concentrating on doing for all of the game so far. Picked Arsenal off with a swift break down the left-hand side, and Rooney's splendidly accurate header. Ronaldo. That's the header he loves to put his foot through the ball.
That was good play from Kolo Toure. He knew exactly what Ronaldo was trying to do. Quickly out to shut out the shot.
Wenger and Pat Rice have to think and maybe think quickly about what changes could and should be made.
Well, you've got to keep, the thing you have to do is keep match winners on. I mean, you think Adebayor and Henry will probably be okay at the moment. So if you get Van Persie on, certainly Rosicky and Clem would be the two under threat, you feel.
Here's Arsenal's leading scorer this season with 12 goals. Henry. Ferdinand just got away with it.
Just got his body in between ball and Henry.
Flamini. Thought the quick, Paul. 40, too quick in the end.
Well, Thierry Henry looking to look in behind Rio Ferdinand, but that to me is just decent defending. Got across him.
Well, Rosicky, it was a great opportunity to put Fabregas in, and he's jumping in the air in frustration, annoyance with himself that he couldn't produce the pass that the moment warranted.
No, I hate to be too critical, but it wasn't a difficult pass. You know, the space is there. He's not under any great deal of pressure. Just roll it, slide it slowly into him, let him get a hold of it. Not great.
Rosicky. Toure well forward.
Oh, I've just seen Pat Rice call Robin van Persie back. He's on his way to get his tracksuit off. Not surprised.
Flamini. There goes Sleb. Taking on Evra. Poking a ball across Rosicky. Fabregas. Oh, nearly ran through for Henry. Almost too many cooks spoiling the defending for Manchester United.
I don't know whether Rosicky took it off of Flamini's foot. He was just stepping in to hit this.
Larson cleverly wins a throw, buys Manchester United a few seconds breathing space. He's edgy, but he's leading. He's looking at a 9-point gap over Chelsea. Vidic. Scholes. And Giggs still going strong for Manchester United after all these years. Ronaldo. The Scholes again, but not quite into his path, but he's allowed to spot it up. The flag's gone up. Giggs and Larson were both pursuing the ball as it dropped.
Oh, this is close, but just strayed off. No surprise to see Scholes find them.
Fabregas. He's looking for the ball as it dropped, the second ball, but far beyond him. Carrick. Handed by Kleb. Good play from the Manchester United midfield man. It was a couple of years back an Arsenal target. So Robin van Persie. Tape for the jewellery, which probably wasn't a problem in your day, Andy.
No. Taping up the mouth was more of a problem in my day for me.
Only in your playing days. It's Fabregas. Here's Lev. Arsenal a goal down. Look at the numbers Manchester United got back. Strong in the middle. And Giggs also famously cut Arsenal apart in that FA Cup semi-final replay at Villa Park. All sets off that distinctive body movement that brings back those memories.
Well, it's Leb. Had to be one or the other. Of the white players.
And in the World Cup, Van Persie did play for Marco van Basten, coming from the right-hand side, though he's left-footed. But he might be sending Rosicky to the right.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Van Persie is going to play on his natural side, probably not always wide either. They want to get him in the box, his finishing abilities. Ronaldo. Rosicky. Henry. The muscle power came from Vidic. Free kick. As a punishment for Henry's attempts at resistance. 3/4 of the game gone. Fabregas. set down for Henry. Carrick got in no time, but Adebayor intervened. And Adebayor's pass, Rooney. Picks out Flamini. And Rosicky. Adebayor off the pitch.
Good idea. Good idea from Rosicky. Wayne Rooney not quite timing the tackle there. This is decent. They don't rush it, take the time, try and manufacture the opportunity. Plenty of attempts from Arsenal. I don't remember the goalkeeper flying across goal. They've hit the target 5 times, but I think they've all been fairly comfortable saves from Van der Sar.
Been any real moment where you think, well, Arsenal should have scored?
No, I think that's fair. And even since the goal, since they've gone 1 down, they haven't been able to really create an awful lot.
Another weekend this could turn out to be for Manchester United, but still 20+ minutes to go. I'll be pleased the flags went up against Adebayor. Guy Beale.
Maybe he didn't need to be. He says no. This suggests close, but probably just. But it's one of those that, certainly when it was introduced, this new law, that officials were encouraged to give the attacker the benefit of the doubt, but less and less do they get that benefit.
Team to stop Arsenal scoring at home in the Premiership. It was at Highbury, of course. That was Manchester United. Just over a year ago. It was a goalless draw. Then forces with Fergie. Here at the Emirates, here's Neville. Toe in, and there's a break on for Arsenal here. Evra's mistake.
I know what he's trying to do, and maybe it should be applauded, but in my humble opinion, just roll it to Henry and follow it.
There's been a foul on Rooney. Rooney was a bit static when the ball came, which is unlike him. Ronaldo has the movement, and Eboué has the problem. Manchester United enjoying much wider acclaim for what they've achieved so far in this season. Not appreciated here by the Arsenal fans, of course. But at the moment, it seems that they're being seen as the good guys in their tussle with Chelsea. Larson. Now Van Persie. Easy to pick up the tempo of a match like this.
No.
Fabregas. Adebayor. Rosicky. Pretty central for Arsenal. Adebayor. Henry's got a bit to do, and Van Persie was rather standing watching. Back in by Henry again. Adebayor. And it's all sorts of scrambling there. Van der Sar couldn't claim it. He's hurt. Arsenal getting closer.
Well, pick the bones out of this. I'm not quite sure what happens here when Henry's nicks this in. First it looks like a free header that he makes a little bit of a mess of, but from then on it's just bouncing around anywhere. Could have landed at any time in the net. Somehow it didn't. There's all sorts going on there, legs and arms and bodies all over the place.
Van der Sar, you might remember, didn't play in the game against Arsenal at Old Trafford. He was ill. Thomas Kuszczak came into the team, gave away a penalty, saved it from Gilberto, and then was beaten by Adebayor late on. Arsenal looking for a late goal against United again. Kuszczak is the backup here if required. Well, we've got live football from Spain, Barcelona against Gymnastic. Sky Sports 2 at 6. And then Mallorca against Real Madrid. So the big two in Spain in action. As we come to the end of a Premiership weekend which started at Anfield. Well for Liverpool and well for Manchester United. And it looks as though it's going to finish that way as well. Although Arsenal will redouble their efforts, you can be assured of that in the time that remains. It's never really in position to get any power into that. Little rush of blood. Adebayor is missing to act as an extra ball boy. I don't think Van der Sar will be very happy with the placement now. Long in the leg and long in the tooth.
Yeah. Well, we can argue all the likes, Arsene Wenger, but there's nothing to say which side of the goal Edwin van der Sar has to take the goal kick from anymore. He can take it from whatever side he wants.
And the fact is, if Arsenal were 1-0 up,
he would expect Lehmann to do the same.
Yeah. Neville. Rooney. Toure. Emphasising the Arsenal need. Fabregas gives it away. Toure's took a little knock in that surge forward. Fabregas. The more they look long, Arsenal, the more you feel Manchester United will swallow it up.
Yeah, well, better suited to that, yeah, no problem. Vidic will contest it. But Adebayor certainly is one that can climb. That's what we're aiming for, so we're looking to.
And more he can chase. Well, he got the slide this time then.
Yeah, it was almost
like a fielder who didn't prevent the boundary.
He's asking for more, he's looking for it, tension in his face. Right.
Calm down, says Steve Bennett. Evra. Ruzetsky. Carrick. Clichy anticipated from Gary Neville, but the United skipper responded to the miscalculation. And now it's Fabregas. Just look again how Manchester United is shaped up. Fabregas wants it again and gets it again. Adebayor, plenty of traffic around him. And he's easing over his old Monaco teammate. Out of the way.
You know, with the lack of width at times in Arsenal, we know they do play like that. That was Evra, who's right infield there, Martin. He can tuck in because he knows there's no one wide of him. So what's the point of sending away out there? So he's come in, way infield, can get in contact with Adebayor.
It's a long way out to go the direct route for Robin van Persie.
Well, he's got to be hitting this, isn't he? Hit it and follow it in, boys would be saying.
Puts it up towards Henry. He's well matched by the movement by Ferdinand. Arsenal have a corner. Ball back for Manchester United. Van der Sar, helped on by Ferdinand, the corner the other side. Headed out by Vidic, who is taking charge of Senderos. Fabregas. Flamini going in.
It might be his last little part of this game, Flamini. If Batista's ready to come on. Flips this off lovely, but again, it's a difficult header. He's under pressure. Both centre-backs up there. He does like the contest, Vidic. I'll say that for him. He's not shy. He doesn't duck out of them.
Julio Batista, invigorated by the 4 goals in the Carling Cup at Anfield. Extraordinary achievement.
Arsenal substitution, Daniel Flamini, replaced by Darling Julio Batista.
Flamini off. Batista with that back armband, we understand a sign of respect to bereavement in his own family. Vidic is back on straight away. And Manchester United wouldn't have been wanting to be without him for long. Eboué. Senderos. Adebayor. Throw off ever, that was all that was available to him. And he's done it.
Well, this has been a different Manchester United performance today. It might not have had the flair and the flamboyance of the season so far, but it's been a right professional performance, doing the job that's needed to be done today.
There's Toure. Rosicky. Another good defensive header by Vidic. Scholes and Carrick, they want to play their way from the back. Manchester United in counter-attack, and they're not shy of numbers, and they've got Ronaldo joining in. He can cut a team apart on his own. And he's got Giggs for support again here, in towards Larsson.
Well defended.
Clichy.
He's a predator, Henrik Larsson. You see him just jogging out the edge of the box here, but as soon as he senses that something might happen, he's on the move. Clichy covered it well.
Well, he's on the move now, I think, towards the sidelines, because Louis Saha is coming on for the last 10 minutes. Larsson's done his bit. It's been difficult up front. The way Manchester United have set about this challenge here, but with 80 minutes gone, he's played an important role. And then he scored right on half-time.
Vidic almost.
When a player gets in at the near post like that, you half expect it to fly into the net.
It doesn't take a lot. Only 6 yards out to deflect it goalwards.
Scholes. Here's Giggs. He's looking, of course, for this 9th Premiership winners' medal.
He's getting downright greedy around Giggs, isn't he? Well, he's worked for them, isn't he? He's never too often that boy's come off the pitch and left anything out there. And what's gone?
Ronaldo. Rosicky played the ball. Fabregas. There's taking it too far. There's a hint of desperation. He's not giving it up though, the young Spaniard. Rositzky's there to help out as well. Effective leg stuck out by Evra the first time. Rositzky puts it in. Henry! And an equaliser from Robin van Persie. Brought on. And he's done the trick for Arsene Wenger.
Well, it's amazing. We talk about all the fancy and intricate patterns they weave, Arsenal, but it's two guys battling for possession here when you think they've lost it, but they just don't give it up, Fabregas and Rositzky, and somehow they manage to pick the ball, pick their pockets, and then it's in from there. Could he have done anything? I'm not so sure. The ball's a difficult one. Henry tries the flick, but Gary Neville thinks this is just drifting away and it's fairly safe. He thinks he's got the run, but Van Persie's quick. And the one thing he does do, he gets it up into the air from close distance. That's the key, and the finish there.
Zaha. It's tucked round the corner by Rooney for Giggs. And cleared by Toure. Cheers in North London. Cheers around Stamford Bridge as well. They're back on their seats on the Manchester United bench. The lead has been lost at the Emirates. But here's Giggs. Senderos going in. 3 points for nothing wrong. Rositzky. It's a bit risky by Rio. He got away with it. There was a big debate, Andy, about whether Adebayor or Van Persie should start. Van Persie has had this ankle problem, hasn't trained fully since the Blackburn game, but had declared himself fit.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to you about it, and I thought Van Persie would have played on the back of such a good result at Blackburn. You know, but he didn't get the nod. Now, whether that was partly because of the ankle injury or not, I know why they've got Adebayor. He did well in a different kind of role at Old Trafford on his own. Hasn't quite happened for him today. But Arsene Wenger, I'll tell you, I got it right because I brought him on.
Well, Ronaldo was arriving there and Toure had some risk of playing it against him. It might have just ricocheted into the net.
Suddenly a totally different mindset. Only 5 or so minutes left. Stoppage time will be extremely interesting.
Adebayor deemed to have backed into Evra, and Arsene Wenger has another decision that he's furious about. Neville. That was a bit late by Henry.
You make it. Oh, I wouldn't applaud the referee, not that one.
Arsenal pumped up. They were looking at defeat. Now they're seeing perhaps an avenue for victory. Will the smiles at the equaliser be wiped off their faces by Manchester United coming again? Zaha's jumping for this one. Senderos hits him in the air. Fabregas. Adebayor diffused by Rio Ferdinand. He's never embarrassed with the ball at his feet.
Oh
no. Rooney looking for Giggs but not finding it. Here's Batista. Gets hold of it. Ronaldo. He's got up and chased it himself, and that made it easy for the referee, who might just have been considering whether to blow or not. Boué decides it's a matter to debate, and then
I was quick enough for kicking the ball away. Can you catch your breath with this referee? I guess if he did it for, who was it, Tory, first half?
Yeah, he did.
First booking of the season.
So Scholes just turning. Fabregas unfairly. Senderos. 2 minutes plus added time. Adebayor. Fabregas looking for Rosicky, didn't find him. Very good control by Adebayor again. Van Persie. Neville stopping the ball getting across, knowing the dangers of crosses because...
Do you want to know how many minutes there's going to be? I've just seen the referee signal. 4.
Yeah, I would have guessed about that. And it's going to add to the intrigue here. And Arsenal have suddenly got ahead of steam. Aboué. Rosicky. Aboué's outside him. It's another ball in from the right-hand side. Didn't stick for Henry. And Rosicky had a swing at it.
A little too excited by it, Thomas Rosicky. He's a wonderful striker of the ball. Might have been able to take a touch on this. Just gets away from Thierry Henry, just enough. I think it's Michael Carrick. Just enough for him to get a little ball, a piece of the ball.
It's not 7 added minutes, by the way. It's number 7 coming off. Cristiano Ronaldo, who's having such a wonderful season, has found it hard today, and I think that goes for a lot of the creative talents, because both managers and coaching styles have really prepared their sides to deal with the opposition. Yeah. So why not? And Gabiense comes on to go to left back, and everyone will just play ahead of him. And the ball does go up, and your 4 minutes is spot on.
That's more than enough time to win a football match.
Adebayor. Just dare I say, on this pitch, bobbled up for Fabregas.
The groundsman will be having you.
He will. Well, they have played 90 minutes of football on it, so there might be the odd divot.
Well, they have to go a lot further back than that, Gary Neville. This nearly went out right by the corner flag. Also, just squeeze it as much as they can down in this corner. Keep the ball in here.
Rooney. Saha.
Oh, they're out too easy there. Opportunity to keep them in there. Arsenal haven't done it.
Mainse. Aboué has seen off Ronaldo, but he'd be foolish to ignore Patrice Evra, who's made the Manchester United goal. Good work by Adebayor. Ferdinand steps in again in that authoritative fashion of his.
Yeah, pick him up quite nicely. He has got a challenge in him, hindsight.
Yes, yes. Don't fall out with him.
He does like a tackle.
He hasn't got a free kick in him this time. He's leaving it to Giggs. Vidic is in there, and he's a danger to Arsenal, but it's a great climb by Torre. Scholes spurned the volley this time, not like Villa Park. Good strength by Rooney. Please, she'll get there first. Rooney sent him tumbling, and Arsenal get a free kick. Well, so talk about foul and abusive language. I'm not saying that Wayne Rooney did swear there, but he was certainly angry at the assistant. El Hadji Diouf got sent off yesterday. Bolton, of course, will come here without him for the FA Cup in a week's time. It's a cliche. 90 seconds of added time left. Strong work in the air again by Vidic. Did we miss anything in that department? No coincidence maybe that Arsenal scored from a low cross. And they come up with something similar here. Eboué. Henry! With a minute to go! The great man produces a great moment for Arsenal at the expense of Manchester United. What a turnaround at the Emirates.
What a finish at the Emirates. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, he doesn't score many headers. And I often wondered why, when you see the quality of this one. Lovely build-up. They knocked the ball long, but they picked it up when it dropped off. And this is an unbelievably good cross. And Rio Ferdinand's just off him, just by a yard or two. But watch and admire the quality of the header. It's past Van der Sar, in a blur, in an instant. And it surely has given Arsenal a hugely unlikely victory.
The biggest of games, the biggest of names. It's Henry to flatten Ferguson. There's hardly time for the restart. Manchester United have scored first, Andy, and they're on the verge of losing. You don't see that very often. They can hardly believe it, the Arsenal fans, but they know not to doubt their captain. He's come back and he's scored again, 4 games in a row. Hoyt has come on for Eboué, who's off the pitch on the far side. There are still a few seconds left for Manchester United. Hoyt gets a touch. Here's Evra. And that's Jens Lehmann.
That surely is it.
That's the game.
Tyler. Well, we came into this weekend not knowing what to expect. But the third and fourth team places have done the business at home.
And the North London Live Wires have toppled the leaders and taken 6 points out of 6 from Manchester United. And they've completed the double here in the most dramatic fashion. Arsene Wenger sent on Robin van Persie, who equalised Wayne Rooney's header early in the second half. And then Thierry Henry, who doesn't head goals very often, has headed the most memorable of goals here. And Manchester United's first visit to the Emirates ends in defeat. Third beat second yesterday. Fourth too strong for first here. In the end, Manchester United's only third defeat of the campaign, and it didn't look likely really until added time. Their lead is still 6 points, but Arsenal celebrate what is their 50th home league win over Manchester United, and it's come by 2 late goals to 1.
That's why you can't take your eyes off it. That's why this is the best league in the world. Absolutely stunning finish. 83 minutes played. Manchester United's gap at the top was 9 points. Arsenal scored twice, and it's 6. Thierry Henry, 4 in 4, and wouldn't you just know it, it would be him. That's the top. 6 points between Manchester United and Chelsea. Liverpool 5 back. Arsenal, who were saying prior to this game, losing, we're out of it. Well, you wouldn't give much for their chances from there, but hey, who knows? Who knows?